Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. I'm sorry for my lack of uploads yesterday, um, as I was kind of unable to upload. I got really exhausted. But I want to thank all of you because that last message of encouragement um, is at 27 views, making it the top ranked on my channel. Um, I cannot thank you guys enough. That is the most recent upload that I have, and now it's at the top of the heap, or will be tomorrow, for this month. And I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys for that. Hopefully, views continue to go up and we make it to 30. But if not, I'm going to be thankful regardless. And I'm going to say how much I appreciate that. But without further ado, let's get back into learning Linux. Because that's what we're here for at the moment. And yes, it is another noob's guide to Linux. So we're gonna turn the old reflection mirror up. Um, so first off, I want to tell you something because I've forgotten to do it, and you'll have to do this for pretty much every. Si- eh, like it's recommended you do it once a week. So we're gonna do it right here. But first, I'm going to actually open up a Word document. This is a TXT file. That's not needed right now. Um, LibreOffice. We are going to recover selected first. Okay, now we're going to save changes to that. I'm going to use this format because I want to be able to open it just in case. I don't think I'll ever switch back to Microsoft Word, but you never know. So we're gonna save this. We're gonna open a writer document, and this is a brand new one. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going over. First off, we're going over something very basic that I should have shown you from the very beginning. So, this is one that we're going to have to do every week. Or if you go to Linux, you're going to have to do it. Um, sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. It's recommended you do that at least once a week, and basically it upgrades all of your software and gives you all the required upgrades so you're not acting all crazy and stuff. because it can get really buggy if you don't upgrade, and it's not. Oh, that's case sensitive. So, and it says package 7 packages upgradable. So, I'm gonna take a look. Upgradable. Because it says to actually look into that. Hopefully you guys can see this because I don't know. Upgradable. Uh, it's very sensitive. You know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste. Is that little apostrophe? Okay, so it does not actually. Okay, so hang on. Alright, that did it. Everything is upgraded, so that's what that does. Basically, you know how Microsoft pretty much updates everything automatically. You kind of have to tell Linux to update and upgrade and all that. So that's what I just did there. And again, those updates are. Hang on, let me fix this because, like I said, it's case sensitive. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, case sensitive. So there we go. That's fixed. It's sudo apt update, sudo apt upgrade. And that's something that you'll have to do pretty often. I'm not sure why it's continuing to connect and disconnect. I'm betting it's something to do with that wired connection that I can't use right now because I'm trying to upload it. But um, that is pretty much all for this episode. I think I'm gonna end it on a short note. I was gonna do much more, much more, much more, but I had a late day. I'm I got home at like 7:30 ish, and because I got home at 7:30 ish, and I gotta be at work early, early, early tomorrow. Um, I want to make sure that I'm ready to go and well rested. So I'm gonna let that be it today. But I really wish I could do more for you guys. And so until next time, and next time will be tomorrow. Um, I will be looking into 3 commands. In fact, let me show you those commands. Maybe you can experiment with them and research them if you want. Now, I am not responsible for um what happens if you experiment and you end up blowing up your computer. That's not on me. Uh, I'm more than willing to wait and to let all of this be what it's supposed to be. Keep in mind, I myself have not gone through the chapter fully yet. So we will be exploring the system more, and the commands we will be learning next time. Again, feel free to explore and do this yourself if you'd like, walking along. But we will be using the ls file and less commands. And here's what they do. ls will list the dir ls will list the directory contents. File will determine the file type. And less will allow you to view the file contents. So that's what we're doing next time. Now, I do not know how far, personally, I don't know how far this one is going to go. So I'm interested to see what that is. Now, file just determines the file type, and that will say it's like an MP3, a TXT, OBS, or whatever you want to call it. LS, I've done that plenty. It lists, like, okay, I'll show you the basics of it. There's this folder, right? Snap. If I open this folder, it says Firefox, JDownloader, Steam, and Thunderbird, right? Um, that's what that is what ls shows you. Only it does it in the terminal. I guess we can do a brief spoiler real quick. So if we type ls, let's do it as it says in the book. So if we do ls at the little squiggly line here that's right above your tab key, if you press the shift, it'll type that little squiggly line. And the forward slash and USR. Let's see what it does. See, it shows a bunch of files. It shows MP4s. It shows desktop documents download, um, Snap voice test, all kinds of interesting little things right there. That's all it does, is it shows those file names. Now, that can be important if you know what file you're looking into and you know exactly um, what file you're looking for. I'm currently experimenting with these right here. You see these right here on the very edge? The ones in the white text? That is part of an experiment for um, text documents. I'm not using it right now, but I'm looking into the possibility of experimenting with text documents so you guys can see my notes and see um, those of you who are more visual learners and you want to see the notes. Um, that is what that will do eventually. It will show you hopefully the commands, and if I can actually look at the text files and the txt files and see if they're copying it right on my regard in terms of will it copy the actual commands or will I have to edit them, that kind of thing. But my eventual plan is to upload them somewhere where you guys can download them for free. That is coming down the pipe. I'm trying my best to get everything done, but it's not easy. Anyway, that is the sort of thing that the ls command does. Um, so if we do like ls and you can change the format to a degree. Um, this is the most detailed view. I can actually sum it up and just type ls, and you can see that's not um well, I was gonna say that's not quite as detailed, but it's just as detailed. Maybe I don't have as many details as some might. Um, so if we did ls space negative l, what does that do? You can see it changes the format to the list. So here's the list of commands that I've typed so far. Um, and their outputs because you guys are gonna want to see. Um, I got ahead of myself and I didn't intend on clone formatting. There you go. Now you can see kind of what I'm dealing with. You see the commands. So this is the command, and that was the response. Um, going down, going down. I don't know why. it shows. I don't know what's going on here. Oh well. Continue on, ladies and gentlemen. Since we're at it, I will do. We're gonna do the options arguments. And see what that does. So we're gonna do that real quickly, and I think we'll end that. So we'll do the final two commands, and we will call that a day, because if we went through all of the commands it lists here and what it did, we'd be here all night. It's a big old long chapter, and a page or two will be more than I had bargained for today. So what we'll do is I'm going to type the command out as it appears in the book. Okay, we're gonna not do bold and italic or bold and underlined right now. So I'm gonna show you guys what happens when we enter that command. Well, it says it didn't do anything. I'm doing something wrong. So I'm gonna call that a fail and tell you what, LSLT. That's the LSLT command. Why does it look so similar to the other one? Oh well, I'm sorry that all the commands today look similar. I'm gonna say fail on that one. I don't know why. I legitimately entered it the exact way it was in the book that I've got full of commands and whatnot. Guess it like to have its arguments. Negative LT, and that's how we're gonna end the night. Is I'm gonna copy and paste the output to that, and so you guys can see. And I'm gonna tell you guys how to, uh, or or I'm gonna tell you guys to have a great night, and I'll see you next time. There we go. And that's where we're gonna end tonight. I'm gonna scroll through this so you guys can get a fairly decent look. This has been an episode of Noob's Guide to Linux. You know what? I'm gonna leave this open for tomorrow because I'm gonna be having um to add to it because this is part of the same general like thing. So I'm gonna tell you guys have a great night, and I will see you in the next video, where we will be talking more about the LSLT commands and all the other commands that are a part of this chapter. There's, like I said, there's a lot. There is, um, there is a whole list of options. Um, you can list the files whose names begin with a period. You can do almost all of them. You can do directory, which means if a directory is specified, it will list the contents of the directory. You can classify a directory, and it will kind of depend on certain factors, but we'll get into that. Human readable and long format listings display file sizes in human readable format other than in bytes. Um, L will display long format. R, or reverse, will display the results in reverse order. S will sort results by file size. T and will tell you the modification time of everything. So that's just a sampling of a few that we'll be going through at some point. But I want to make sure you guys are not overwhelmed by this. So if we need to go over something again, uh, that's part of teaching, right? If I'm going through this, I want you guys to be aware of how everything works, or I'm not doing my job. Um, so I'm learning this just as much as you guys are, but if we need to go over it, if some of you guys have questions, maybe I can look up the answer. Maybe we can find it together. Maybe we can figure things out. Um, but we're going through this little by little. And if you liked the video, of course, like it, share it, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Have a good night. Peace.